TRANSSION Holdings is a manufacturing company with the uses of many brands. For me, it is not a known name for everyone, but in Africa, it's aware with the brands of Intel and Techno, which is provided of TRANSSION Holdings, became a massive hit in African market and also to the other parts of the world as well. And it got me thinking, what is the company's strategies very efficient in any parts of the world, and how do they do that? But first, let us know what is TRANSSION Holdings. The company started young in the 2006 in China, and it is known as TRANSSION Technologies. The company focused manufacturing, sales, services, and development. The company operates with these brands such as Infinix Mobile, Techno Mobile, Intel Mobile for technology companies, and also Oriamo, Scooper, Sinex, and Carl Care Services. And as we didn't know, Oriamo sells smart accessories such as earphones, tablets, AirPods, cases, and other sort of smart accessories. And Scooper is the app that TRANSSION Holds has launched 2019. In the app, they bring the latest and local and global news from Nigeria, Kenya, Ghana, Egypt, and other parts of the world. According to the marketing lead at TRANSSION Holdings, the app, which is the Scooper, is different from other news because they made a new content to the app that has due to the highly refined technology. And they say it was designed to improve that the user experience through its data saving abilities, which is up to 50%. In Sinex, according to the CEO, the India's mobile market, which brands such as Intel, Techno, and Infinix, TRANSSION Holdings set up a launch in 2019. Its entire range of consumers durables, including television, air conditioners, refrigerators, and washing machines, under the Sinex brand, which is the China-based company. And also Carl Care Services is a Hong Kong-based company providing professional service support to mobile phones and other electronic consumer products with service centers across many African countries, providing full service support for Techno, Infinix, and Intel services. And also they have an app which is called the Carl Care app. It provides online expert answering and message replying service that help consumers efficiently diagnose and even solve their device problems with great convenience before heading to the offline store. In July 2008, TRANSSION entered the African market with its Techno and Intel brands, which initially for featured phones. And by June in that year, the company set up the Nigerian branch and had many branches in 7 countries in Africa by October in 2008. In Nigeria, Namdi Ezigbo, who is the brain behind Techno and Infinix, has the fastest selling phone brands in Nigeria. Namdi studied electronics engineering at the Yaba College of Technology in 1988 and got a higher national diploma before serving his country, Nigeria, during his National Youth Service Corps year at Genius Nigeria PLC in 1996. And by 2011, TRANSSION set up a manufacturing plant in Ethiopia. And by 2016, the company entered the Indian market as well. The market share of TRANSSION's smartphone brands in Africa combined excelled that Samsung in 2017, making TRANSSION the largest manufacturer of smartphones for the African market in the fourth quarter of 2017. And TRANSSION was also the largest manufacturer of mobile phones in Africa in the first half of 2017. In 2018, TRANSSION Holdings' attempt at a reverse turnover has failed, but in October 2018, TRANSSION Holdings started producing smartphones in the new manufacturing plant in Bangladesh. So the TRANSSION Bangladesh is another branch of TRANSSION Holdings. Is one of the most largest mobile phones manufacturers. To be exact, it is the 6th largest mobile phone maker in the world in terms of quantity. And TRANSSION is now operates in over 58 countries in the world. And TRANSSION Holdings become a public listed company in September 2019 by listing on the Star Market section of the Shanghai Stock Exchange. So as I have researched, the brands of Intel and Tecno are very huge in the African market because of the quality and how affordable price that they presented. And also, TRANSSION phones has offered featured that calibrates camera exposures for darker skin tones, which allowing faces details to be retained. And TRANSSION develops phones with dual SIM functionally, which wearer will receive because African users commonly use more than one SIM card at a time to save money. And TRANSSION released phones with long battery life, which are suited to low electrification rates in Africa and propensity of blackouts. In the market, TRANSSION Holdings has the new market development by focus globally and think locally because they had the best opportunities to the parts of the world, and it will enhance the development of TRANSSION Holdings. And as we know about TRANSSION Holdings, let's talk about the strategies and growth of the company.
Mobile phone sales and market entry have seen impressive growth in Africa in recent times. While many Africans had been priced out of the market, several companies are now producing much more affordable handsets to meet the demand, and one of them can be found in the Chinese province of Guangdong. Jane Keo reports.
The electronic market in the southern Chinese city of Shenzhen, the heart of the country's mobile phone manufacturing industry. Thousands of companies have set up operations here.
Well, almost 1 billion phones, that's half of China's manufacturing capacity, are produced here in Guangdong. Now, among them are those from a little-known company, TRANSSION, that's quickly cutting a niche for itself in the African market thanks to its affordability and customized designs.
Our intention was to serve the community with something that can also bring value. Is not only about making money, because making money can be also short term, but if you bring value to the society, if you do the right thing, then the business can sustain for long term.
And their breakthrough did not happen overnight either. TRANSSION has spent the last decade trying to crack the African market, but by the end of last year it had seized nearly 40% of the market share in 6 African countries, including one of the continent's hotspots, Nigeria. TRANSSION has now more than 100 million customers in Africa, producing brands like Tecno, Infinix and Itel handsets. And they are all very affordable.
The front camera is 16 megapixel camera.
The company's vice president attributes the company's success to its huge investment in research.
The R&D engineers, they will spend a lot of time in Africa, in ground, to understand the market properly.
Among the innovations introduced by TRANSSION, dual SIM smartphones. The company has also set up a manufacturing plant in Ethiopia and plans to build another one in Nigeria.
This industry is driving our lifestyle. So we are in the right industry. At the same time, we are trying to do the right thing by understanding the needs and demands and bringing the solution to the pain points.
And in Africa, at least, it certainly seems that the company is doing just that.
Last 10, like Phantom series was introduced.
Jin Kyo, CGTN, Shenzhen, China.
TRANSSION Techno's manufacturer has two other brands on the market, itel and Infinix, catering two different price points and consumer segments. What sets the company apart is that they are solely focused on the African continent and do not even sell in their domestic market of China. They brought in local languages and messenger apps. They've established a factory in Ethiopia to show their commitment to Africa, and they've set a full customer care facility, something glaringly missing from any other imported brand's portfolio. This was a strategic decision, and their rapid success very likely due to the vacuum left by Nokia. They customized completely for the African market, going as far as to develop cameras suited for local conditions, something no other phone manufacturer has done anywhere on the planet. In my opinion, they've done what Nokia could have and should have done, cater to the emerging markets across the developing world where they originally began connecting to people. And they've shown us that it is indeed possible for a consumer product manufacturer to not only focus solely on the African consumer market, but to make an outstanding success of it. To the latest research from Counterpoint's Market Outlook Service, emerging smartphone markets like in India, SEA, and MEA have the best growth potential. These regions will be critical for OEMs who are seeking expansion to offset the declining smartphone sales in the mature markets. With established channel resources and brand awareness in MEA, India, and Bangladesh, TRANSSION is likely to have a competitive edge over its competitors in grabbing the growth opportunities these markets offer. This is TRANSSION's technological partnerships and solutions for localization of products in Africa. On the left column, it shows their local market challenges. The first one is dark complexion of African consumers. Their partnership or solution is collaborating with various technology partners such as ArcSoft, SenseTime, and Visidon to develop photo beautification SDK for dark skin technology to accurately capture photo shoots at night and face recognition technologies under dark light. The second challenge is power outrage frequently occurs in some of the African countries. Their partnership or solution is working with Richtech Technology, a power management and analog IC solution provider based in Taiwan, to develop lower cost fast charging solution. The second solution or partnership is working with ALT or Amperex Technology Limited to develop special battery module materials which can endure under Africa's high temperature environment. The last one is developing AI or artificial intelligence based technologies to optimize power distribution in different using scenarios to extend the phone's battery life. Their last challenge is large temperature difference within a day, and it is easier for African consumers to get sweaty in palms under the humid environment. Their solution is establish the world's first suite HP value database on African consumers. Develop the proprietary mobile phone cover material with anti-corrosive coating based on study of Africa's humid environment and consumer suite HP value. The last one is develop suite-proof USB interference for African consumers. In 2019, TRANSSION achieved operating income of 25.346 billion yuan, a year-on-year increase of 11.92%. Net profit attributable to shareholders of listed companies was 1.793 billion yuan, a year-on-year increase of 172.80%. On May 19, TRANSSION held the online meeting of the 2019 annual performance briefing, responded to the reasons for the company's performance growth, future development strategies, and R&D investment plans. On August 26, the Chinese handset maker TRANSSION, which is focused on Africa and other emerging markets, announced its interim financial results for 2020. Growing by 31.81% year-on-year, the company's revenue reached nearly 13.85 billion yuan. The net profit also increased by 33.42%, amounting to 1.09 billion yuan. Despite the revenue and profit growth, the company recorded negative cash flow generated from operating at negative 457.77 million yuan, presenting a 154% year-over-year decline. The company's management provided the explanation of the cash flow decline, stating that prepayment increased drastically for stocking up key components and the finished product inventory went up also for the growing demand for phones. Through the pandemic affected the local production and consumption, the corresponding lockdown policies have driven the demand for remote communication devices sharply and consequently. The mobile phone demand increased. According to the IDC, in the African market, TRANSSION brands continued to lead the smartphone market in Q2 in 2020, with a unit share of 45.2%. Samsung and Huawei followed with respective unit shares of 19% and 8.8%. The market share of Tecno, a TRANSSION Group brand, has reached its highest ever level of 31% during Q1 in 2019 in the Nigerian smartphone market. According to the latest research from Counterpoint's Market Pulse service, Tecno's popularity was due to the launch of new models and the release of promotional offers to attract young buyers. Commenting on the Tecno's performance, Anshika Jain, research analyst at Counterpoint Research, said, Tecno's impressive performance was due to its focus on bringing affordable devices in the Nigerian market, which targeted the youth. The brand has deepened its market presence by upgrading its Camon series, launching an Android Go device for the low-end users, and introducing various gift offers with special schemes rolled out during Valentine's Day week. Tecno's performance in Q1 2019 also helped TRANSSION's group reach its highest ever market share in the Nigerian smartphone market at 56%. At the major findings, Tarun Pathak, the Associate Director of Counterpoint's Research, said low and mid-price phones still rule in the market. However, features like camera quality and 4G availability are the major factors which will drive further smartphone penetration in the country. Network providers are also at the forefront of driving smartphone adoption by offering various purchase options to their customers, including financing and other incentives. TRANSSION's marketing activities were still high in gear. It continued to launch new products across Africa while ramping up marketing for existing ones. The market's Chinese players continued with aggressive marketing and branding activities that helped them to retain notable market shares despite the supply issues thrown up by the pandemic. In Nigeria, TRANSSION accounted for 76.8% of all smartphone shipments. Samsung, Xiaomi, and Huawei represented 7.2%, 4.9%, and 3.2% respectively. Meanwhile, the drop in smartphone shipments across Africa is not unexpected. The COVID-19 pandemic has had a number of impacts on the continent. As China took measures to control the outbreak, global supply chains were seriously disrupted for the first 4 months of 2020. But as the virus spread to other countries, control measures including lockdowns and restrictions on the sale of non-essential service caused a ripple. Factories were closed, causing ships to arrive at ports empty.